What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Uncle Duck coming to you from New Orleans, NOLA, the NO, the Crescent City. Yeah, that Big Easy, baby. Today I got some content for you. But before we get into all that, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Absolutely assault that like button. Subscribe to me, share it with all your friends, and don't forget to hit that bell notification so you'll be aware of every time I drop a new video. So we got this Drake and PND album that just dropped on Valentine's Day. Some sexy songs for you. Yeah, Valentine's vibes for all those who want to get a little freaky with their significant other that night. Drake and PND dropped the album for you. Or did they? I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I thought this album was absolute trash. That just off the back. Let me just jump into it. The album was trash. CN Tower started off cool, right? But everything from CN Tower to track 8, whatever the name of that track is, let me count them. I got it pulled up right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pimmy's Dilemma. So CN Tower started everything off. The hook was cool. It wasn't nothing to write home about. To Pimmy's Dilemma. Pimmy's Dilemma seemed like the tail end of CN Tower. Everything, though it sounded like one big long song from CN Tower to Pimmy's Dilemma. This to me seemed like nothing but unreleased songs from Nothing Was the Same, or whatever that album was. Unreleased songs, and then he told Party to put verses on some of them. It was a hot mess. As far as sound quality, the mixing and mastering was absolutely garbage. Party sounded like he was drowning. He was way in the back underneath the beat rather than on top of the beat, and every now and then having elements of the music join him in the foreground. Not quite all the way in the foreground. You know, vocally, you want to be, as the vocalist, you want to be out front, but you also want to have elements of the music joining you. But no, Party was way in the back. It seems as though they were recording this on 2 different microphones in 2 different studio settings. It was not matched up at whatsoever. The mixing and mastering was horrendous. The first 8 songs I pretty much skipped through. I did try to give it a second listen. So, you know, above all else, I'm not going to say that this is going to be an unbiased take. If you've been following me thus far, you know that I'm not the biggest fan of Drake at all. But when it came to this album, I did try to separate the artist from his art. Unsuccessfully, I might add, because in the back of my mind, I know that this person I'm listening to is not a good person. Allegations aside, because we don't know if any of those things are true. Allegations aside, one thing we do know that is true is Drake likes sloppy seconds. He likes to pursue other people's significant others. He likes to smash other people's girls. That's his thing. And the album gave that. Now, I get it. That's your persona. You're the lover boy. I get that's your persona. But the album gave that, and it was quite misogynistic. So tracks 1 through 8 was a wash. Throw them in the trash. After track 1 through 8, after Pimmy's Dilemma, we come to Brian Steele. Brian Steele was like the little rap cut on it. It was cool. I ain't gonna hate on it. It was cool at the beginning. Then it kind of fell apart. And that seemed to be a theme for all the songs that were decent on this album. Seemed to fall apart at the end. for some reason. After Brian Steele, we go to Give Me a Hug, which also started off cool. I'm not gonna lie, it started off pretty decent, and then it fell apart at the end. I don't know what they were doing with the music at the end of this one, like the samples and the sample and everything. First of all, sampling Aaron Hall in 2025. Read the room, brother. Read the room. Like, first of all, you already got all kinds of allegations against you, right? You already being accused of possibly, maybe being a PDF. Aaron Hall samples, not the way to go, homie. Not the way to go. And yeah, and Give Me a Hug was also his little jabs at Kendrick and Joe Budden. He's further proven everybody's issue with him, which is he likes to send little shots at people, right? He likes to send little shots at men, other artists, male artists. But he don't want to mention his name. He don't want to mention their names. But he did mention Melissa Ford, who's on the Joe Budden podcast with Joe Budden. So the only name out of the people who he's having issues with, because he did mention 21 Savage, which he considers his boy, the only one that held him down. The only name that he mentions out of the people he was sending shots at was a female. And it further perpetuates the stereotype you have against you. And the fact that you seem to be cultivating this red pill manosphere fan base. This album was not for the ladies at all. This was for dudes in the manosphere. That seems to be the theme for all his albums as of late. This is not, dude. If you enjoying this album with your girl, if you putting this on, I'm pretty sure if you wanted to play this for Valentine's Day, and your girl actually sat and listened to this, thinking oh, I'm about to set the mood with this Drake. Yeah, it's dry down there, homie. It's got to be dry. All of this was misogynistic. It was all like toxic masculinity in it. It was nothing sexy about these sexy songs for you. I don't know who these sexy songs was for, but they definitely weren't for the ladies. They definitely weren't for the ladies, dude. I mean, he made it seem with the bunny with the chick bunnies, which was a ripoff from Freddie Gibbs, I might add. He added the little bunnies and such. Like, oh, this is so hot. Like they're fawning over him. But it don't work. It don't work, dude. Come on, man. We could try harder. So some sexy songs for you is just not it. Let me see. I took some notes. Lasers. Look. Nothing on this album had replay value. I just jumped in from, like I say, I skipped 1 through 8 because it was that bad. It was one big long song. I skipped 1 through 8, landed on Brian Steele, which was a change of pace, and Give Me a Hug, change of pace. Where he was still sending shots on Give Me a Hug, sending subliminals, dude. Then the dude had the nerve to mention something about chicks twerking with a dictionary. First of all, it was a horrible line. Second of all, it's like you're trying to disparage people who seek knowledge. Like it's like a stereotype type thing going on. Like you are so culturally inept that you don't even see what you're doing, dude. It's like cringeworthy. Twerking. Wait. First of all, twerking with a dictionary. First of all, it wasn't hot. It wasn't a dope line whatsoever. Second of all, it's like you're poking fun at people who want to be educated, right? It's which was a problem, which is a problem in some black communities where you have some toxic people that's in the streets who seem to call you a nerd because you want to learn and say, why you doing that? Ain't why you like being a nerd. I'm a nerd. Being a nerd is cool to me. And I encourage more people to be nerds. Let me see. But, I digress. Let me see what my notes say. I didn't take very many. Nope, that's not the one. All right. OMW. Yeah, that was the one. What was OMW? So, all right, no, forget OMW. Give me a hug. We went over that. Everything else kind of was. I skimmed through until Meet Your Padre. His song with Chino Pacas. I don't know what it is with Drake trying to infiltrate other genres. It's that colonizer mentality he has, and what he got called out during the Kendrick and through his beef with Kendrick, the whole colonizer mentality. Uh, he attempted this. I don't remember the name of that song. That first song he had with Chino Pacas. I hope I'm saying dude name right. That musically, I love that song as far as the production. But then Drake comes on and it just falls apart. And it was the same with Meet Your Padre. Musically, it was okay. It was not the first song he did with the guy. It was because musically that one was far superior. This one was more like it was. You could tell it was just a loop. It was missing something. Um, I did see Anthony Fantano's review on it, and I think they hit the nail on the head when it came to this song. It was missing a chord. The repetitive loop that they had going on for this song. Now towards the end, it did they did add some of that some more instruments towards the end with the brass, the trumpets and everything, the mariachi vibes. But throughout the whole song, it was tough. It was tough. And the thing that made it the toughest to listen to was Drake and his sorry attempt at Spanish or Spanglish. First of all, he don't even sound. He sounds like he does this like Italian accent, but in Spanish. Then to top it off, he even throws in some patois, some Caribbean patois in it. Like, what are we doing? You can't even get the accents right. First of all, you don't have to do the accents. You don't have to do the accents, dude. But you can pronounce the words like they're supposed to be pronounced. You can roll your R's. Like that's all that you need to do. You don't have to try to do the accent. Why don't you get that? And it comes off as Italian. Then you throw in a little Caribbean spice into it. What are we doing? That was weird. Then we go into Nokia, which I think everybody was fawning over Nokia, thinking that this was going to be the bop of the album. It started off cool. And then towards the end, it just totally falls apart. It totally falls apart. It could have been a vibe, but it sounded incomplete. It's something about the song that didn't sound complete. I can't put my finger on it, but it didn't sound complete. After Noki, after Noki, we got Die Trying, Somebody Loves Me, Celibacy. All I skipped until we got to OMW. OMW, I was waiting. The instrumental for OMW was decent. I was vibing to it. But I was the whole time I was waiting on the kicks. And for some reason to me, and this is just my opinion, I understand the whole no kick vibe. I understand that. When I was producing, I did some of those kind of tracks. The whole no kick vibe. I get it. This song needed kicks. This song needed the kicks. I'm sorry. Now, was it horrible? No. But throughout the video, throughout the whole entire album, whenever Drake would sing, he would do this monotone. All the writing was lazy. Throughout this, the writing was absolutely lazy. Party's writing was lazy. On CN Tower, for example. First of all, Party sounds like he's in the back somewhere. Then when he comes on, he sounds like he's doing a phony impression of Future, a bad impression of Future. Like, what are we doing? That was absolutely horrendous. After OMW, we go to Glorious. It was like his Ice Spice impersonation. Dude, Ice Spice is not known for being like a good rapper. Why are you doing her flow over a trap beat? Over not a trap beat. What's the name of the doggone genre? Subgenre. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are we doing this? Ice Spice's flow is not dope. No, is it like worth imitating? Like, Ice Spice isn't known for her flow. She was known for her cheeks. That was it. Nobody cared how she rapped. So nobody's gonna care how you rap imitating her. That, like, dude, y'all made poor choices throughout this album. I came into this trying to separate the art from the artist. And I know I'm gonna sound like a hater. I absolutely know I'm gonna sound like a hater. I don't care. I welcome the angry comments for this one. But this was object to me. I know art is subjective. This was objectively bad to me. Like, without a doubt, bad. What are we doing? Last one. This is the last one I actually really got into. Like I say, Party seemed to be not, like, he was there, he was singing, he was doing stuff in the album, but it was nothing awe-inspiring. It was nothing like, oh man, Party went off on that. It seems to me that the second to last song, When He's Gone, Party finally showed up. PND finally showed up. To be honest with you, When He's Gone and Greedy were the only songs that actually sounded like complete to me. And like, actually, I would never revisit them, but they were worth the listen. So altogether, I think I ran away with, let's see, 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna give him When He's Gone, Greedy, Brian. I'm gonna give him half of Brian Steele. I'm gonna give him half for Give Me a Hug, and I'm gonna give him half for Nokia. So Brian Steele and Give Me a Hug is one by itself. 1, 2. He gets 3.5 songs altogether to me, and that's me just breaking it down like that. The front of this album was absolutely exhausting. I've never had something that was overstimulating yet understimulating at the same time. And that's what the first 8 songs of this album gave me. It was exhausting. It was exhausting to listen to. That's my take on it. Now, I did run across another video from a YouTuber by the name of, and a lot of people, a lot of people know of him, but I don't think he's like really big. Well, he's way bigger than me, and he's slowly becoming more and more well known. So I don't want to take that from. I'm a big fan of his channel. I like his channel. I like his takes on things. And that's Professor Skye. Professor Skye did a good job of giving his perspective on the album, but he touched on something that I kind of took away from the album. But it was one of those undertone type things. And I'm gonna let him get into it because he can explain it way better than me. Now I did pick up on the misogynistic manosphere, red pill vibes. I did pick up on that, but Professor Skye picked up on something else that I thought was interesting. So let's see what Professor Skye has to say.
Props to him for that. And he kept on saying that it must be for Canadians, must be for Canadians. So me, out of my...
Oh, wait, let me back up. Around the 11. There we go.
For you. So it's a Valentine's Day gift. It's a sexy, sexy Valentine's Day gift for people who cannot hide their complete contempt for women.
I definitely picked that up. Like women, I know y'all not listening to this. Y'all can't be listening to this. Yeah, like y'all can't be a fan of this. It's misogyny, toxic masculinity. It's all that packaged up and sold as some sexy R&B album that you can enjoy sexy time with your lady with. And it's not that. It missed that mark. It absolutely missed that mark.
They don't even pretend. Now, it's interesting because I watched Justin Hunt's video on this and he pointed out this, and I was already thinking that. Like, this is a weird thing because this is not an album for the ladies. At least it doesn't feel that way to me. This is an album...
No, you're not alone. You're absolutely not alone on that one.
For men who think that they are really good with the ladies. This is an album for red-pilled goobers. It really is. It's a lot.
That's Drake's target audience. That's Drake's target audience, and that's been Drake's target audience for quite a while now. I don't know when he got into that bag, but that is Drake's target audience.
About like how to be a high value male and how to buy things, how to essentially buy women and use them as you wish. It doesn't even pretend to be an album for women because it's for men. I had this image, and I'm going to be getting a little bit crass here. I have to apologize. But I had an image of like two men having carnal intercourse with a woman and then the woman leaving. And I feel like the moment where the woman left and we just have the two guys in the room, that's where this album was recorded. That's how it feels to me. And that's where I'm going to go really far out here and talk about what I think are homoerotic undertones. Now listen, there's nothing funny or amusing about being gay. I'm an
Did y'all catch that, dude? That's what I was talking about. I didn't catch that. I'm not going to go back into the album to see if I can catch that. And if I think about it, like if I just run through it in my head, I didn't quite, I can see where he's getting that from. And the album cover kind of gives that away too. The album cover, like, yo, it's the two It's the two phalluses with which who I'm guessing is Drake, and a female, right, seems to be topping him off. But how do I know that's a female? Because they both wear fur coats and stuff. You feel me? So, like, it's not even guaranteed that that's a female. You know what I'm saying? And was this purposeful? Like, you're doing a song with you and Party with two phalluses in the album cover. Now, when the guy John River did it, it didn't give me phallus vibes. So I wonder if this was purposeful. Not to mention, I'm not gonna even go there.
Ally, if you think that gay and trans and bi and curious, anybody does not deserve equal rights, then seriously, just unsubscribe, just leave. Educate yourself. You're a bigot, and you deserve you deserve better to use your life in a better way than in being hateful. Okay, so there's nothing funny about being gay. But there is something kind of funny when two men are performing this kind of toxic, misogynist heterosexuality. Like, when they are trying to communicate this level of toxic, misogynist heterosexuality, for it to have this many homoerotic undertones, it's worth studying. Examples are all over the place. Say, Drake, why do you keep repeating the same verse as Party Next Door? Or why does Party keep repeating the same verse that you're singing with the same names, the same perspective?
It's giving and look, I ain't trying to knock nobody who's into this, but it's giving choo choo vibes. I think that's what he's getting at. It's giving choo choo vibes, and it's giving sloppy seconds vibes. And if you enjoy if you don't know what I mean by choo choo, you know, just come on, bro, just follow me here. And it's definitely giving sloppy seconds vibes. I get it. I didn't catch it, but I get it. Oh man, my camera went out. But let me let him continue.
Like what is that weird kind of intimacy? Why is your album cover, I know you ripped it off from some guy, but why is it two gigantic towers sticking out of the ground? I'm sorry, but you know. And this is not, again, this is a Drake thing. I felt the same way about the 21 Savage album, where it's like he's in love with his co-stars. I felt that way about Aiden Ross.
That's that 21. Can you do something? It's I didn't notice that. I didn't notice that at all. That's crazy. Wow. Let's continue.
Right, like the way he was with Aiden Ross. And again, it's not really like an actual, I would say, homosexual love. It's not even real homoeroticism. It's a kind of confused and stunted masculinity that ends up projecting itself in this way. So I am going to be bringing that up from time to time in my analysis of the video. Okay? I'm not saying like this is some kind of gotcha or some kind of unveiling. Okay? I don't think there's any deep truth here, except Drake is very weird about women and sexuality, and it comes out in very weird ways across this album.
Yeah. And I totally get it, Professor. Dude is a mess. Look, I'm back up and running. Yo, let me fix my camera, dude. Yeah, bro. Look, if you made it this far, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, bro. Don't forget, that's all the content I got. I just thought that was funny. Do me a favor, bro. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Smash that like button. Assault that like button. Hit the bell notification so you're aware of when I'm dropping new videos. Share with all your friends. Dude, I'm gonna get so much hate for this one. Dude, before I go, when the album dropped, I voiced my opinion on Facebook, dude. It was hilarious. Dude, I had that. If I know I'm old, I'm just giving away how, because young people don't use Facebook like that. But dude, I was voicing my opinion on Facebook in this hip hop group. And dude, the amount of people that like double team, like pause. The amount of people who just came to attack me for my opinion was crazy. And here's the thing. I may not be like the swiftest when it comes to like jonesing with people, we call it ribbon down here. Well, I don't know what the kids is calling it. But, some people call it jonesing, I'm not the swiftest when it comes to like verbally conveying that energy and giving it back to you. Like, don't do it on social media against me, dude. Don't do it on social media against me, dude, because I may not be able to deliver the best jokes, but I can write them. And I can make you feel small on social media, dude. Don't come for me on social media. That's my stomping ground. I'm good there. But look, check this out. That's all the content I got for you today. Don't forget to smash that like button, assault that like button, hit the bell notification, share the video. Don't forget to give maximum effort in all your endeavors, and I'm going to see y'all next time. Peace.